Hey guys, so I decided to go ahead and do a really cool eye for you today. It's got yellow, like neon yellow that goes neon orange with pink, and then a really thick eyeliner that goes into a cat eye. If you would like to learn how to do it, just keep watching. So the first thing that I do is I used Rubenesque paint pot, and I went ahead and primed my lid with that all the way up to the crease to give it a nice base so the color pops out. This is really pretty. It gives it a nice shimmer. Alright. The next thing that I did, the entire look is using the 120 Pro palette. I have the Manly one. I can't lift it all the way up for you because I dropped it and broke a few. But I'm actually going to take this shadow right here, and I'm going to put that on the inner third of my eye using my little flat shader brush. I'm also going to use Max Fix Plus to get it damp because the color on these is kind of iffy, so it helps make sure I get the color that I want without having to sit here for 20 minutes and apply it over and over and over again. So pick it up and then just put it on the inner third of your eye. So it's like something like this, just nice pretty yellow. Get it in there just a little bit more. There we go. You can use a different brush if you choose. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to flip it over. But the next color you're going to use is actually on the same portion as that yellow. You're going to use this really bright, like safety orange right there. And you're going to put it on the middle third of your eye. And I'm looking over here because my mirror's there. I'm sorry, guys. Just pop that right in the middle, and you want to layer it up really well. You don't really have to worry about blending it now. You'll do it in a minute, but if you look, it's super bright orange right up the center. Alright, now you're going to want to wipe your brush off a little bit, but you're going to keep using this little guy because we're trying to pack the colors on really well. Yeah, you can see I've got kind of a nice super orange there. The third color you're going to use is on the different half oopsies, of the Pro palette. It's the super hot pink. It's right here. It's almost obnoxiously pink. I freaking love it. Anyway, you're going to pick that up on your brush and put that on the last third of your eye. And then you're actually going to go ahead and pull this up in the crease a little bit with this as well, just to kind of get the color up in where you want it to go. Alright, and so you'll have what looks like this. Now for the next step, you're going to go ahead and want to blend this out just a tad. So you're going to get your little fluffy brush. It looks like this. These are my Sonia Kashuk brushes that I used in my brush tutorial. And you're going to go ahead and take it. It's clean. It's just like a clean brush. And you're going to grab it loosely down here, and you're going to really gently blend the edges into one another. Now, you're going to blend the orange into the yellow, but then after that you want to flip sides because the pink is really pink. It'll show up on the yellow. And go ahead and blend out between the orange and the pink. And it'll give you kind of a nice gradient effect, which is what you want. Alright. And after that, you're going to wipe this off. You don't want to use it when it's all funky and dirty. And we're going to use our highlight color, which is kind of missing the center because I may have potentially dropped this earlier today and broken half my shadows. But it's this one right here. You see mostly plate because it's just got the edge on it. But that's going to be our highlight color. So you're going to want to get a little bit of that on your brush and put that right against your brow bone. And then you're going to actually blend that out down into the pink to get rid of that harsh line, because we do not want harsh lines at all. Alright, so now that that is done, we are going to go ahead and do this crazy cat eye, which I'm actually using this. I freaking love it. It's Mega Eyes by Wet n Wild. It's actually a felt tip marker that's liquid eyeliner, because I sometimes have a hard time with liquid eyeliner. This is just easier for me. So you're basically going to line all across your lash line. You're going to do kind of a thick line, and then you're going to wing it out at the end. So I'm going to kind of look this way and do it, but I'm going to scooch in a little bit so you can actually see me. So you're going to take this, tilt your head back, go right along that lash line. You don't want to go all the way into the corner with this. You want to stick to your lash line. If you go all the way in the corner, it's not going to look very good. Thicken it out. So you get a big thick line, kind of like this. And then we're actually not going to wing it quite yet. What we're going to do instead, now that we've got our super thick line, make sure it looks the same on both sides. It's a little hard when you don't do the eyes together. Sometimes it's a little funky. But yeah, you get the super thick line like this, and then we're actually going to take the pencil brush, which is somewhere. And we're going to dip him into this color right here. It's kind of a dark silvery color. Just a little bit. You don't want a ton. Tap it off, and you're actually going to blend this line out and pull it into the crease. So it'll soften it up a little bit. It'll make it a little less harsh. It'll still look really nice though. And you actually pull the color up and into your crease like so. And that will smoke it out for you and give your eye just a tad of depth. See? Kind of gives it a little bit darker look to it. Alright. So once that's done, what you're going to do next, still before you do the wing, is you're actually going to pick up your fluffy brush. You're going to pick up a little bit of that pink and tap it off, and you're actually going to help blend this color out, and it makes it kind of a pretty plummy purpley color when you blend it out. You pull it into the crease like so, and then to finish making it a little bit softer, you're going to keep the fluffy brush, and you're actually going to go back to your bright yellow. We're going to do it dry this time. Tap it off. Pop some in there. Go ahead and blend it into the edge of your line, your cat eye. And you're going to do the same thing with your orange. Right in the middle. And then you're going to do the same thing with your pink one more time. And then once that is all done, now we're going to go ahead and do our cat eye. So you want to look, you don't want to go straight down because you want it to go out. So you're going to kind of go about this far up and just kind of wing it, okay? So take it and you just kind of pull it out really gently, and then you line up the bottom to match it. And you have a cute little cat eye. Alright, so you've got cat eye 1, cat eye 2. And now we are going to do tight line and water and do our water lines. This is just a Carbon Black L'Oreal Infallible cream liner pencil. It's one of my favorite ones to use for this. And you're just going to do your water line right like this. Now the key with this to get your eyes not to look really tiny, because that's a risk with these, is to thicken it up on the outer corner like this, and it'll make your eyes look more open. You're also going to tight line, so you're going to pull it up and do the same in the corner. And we're actually going to pull this all the way down to the inner corner like this, and do the same on the bottom. Alright, now all you have to do for this is mascara. So I already curled my lashes earlier today, so I'm using this. It's Lash Blast, the CoverGirl. You can use falsies if you want, but I have freakishly long eyelashes, so don't worry about it. You want to do top and bottom. And I totally just dotted myself. So, there we go. Alright. And now the eyes are done. See, they look like this. This one's got a little more yellow on it than this one, so I kind of need to fix that. But that's what happens when you don't do two eyes together.